Samsudeen, how I got to know him. It's actually about 5 years relationship, but I am having with him. So in 2014, first time when he visited Sri Lanka, some of the reasons why he came, and through long time he has been visiting on and off to Sri Lanka. I was asking him, sir, what is the motive? Why are you coming here for so long time, but you are not establishing anything in Sri Lanka? Because we wanted him to start a company in Sri Lanka to probably to have because in Sri Lanka this particular industry which is a hidden factor. No, most of the people doesn't know about it. So I told him, okay, why don't we liaise with a good company and share your knowledge to make it a success in Sri Lanka. Then he said, no, there is a time will come, then I will come into the Sri Lankan market. But his on and off visits, his passion, where he was spending time in some jungle areas, most particularly to study about the tree. Now in different countries we have different setups, how the tree is grown, how the seed looks like. So he was learning for the past 5 years on and off his visits. He was learning, and the die-hard attitude what he had, because it's very difficult moving to a different country with he doesn't know some of the cultures what he's been there in Sri Lanka, and mostly visiting out of the city.
There is a specific species also there.
Species also there. So he found out about it, and he said this has to be the fragrance. The fragrance, it's enormous. It's very different, and there were a lot of traders who came to Sri Lanka looking for this. So and the knowledge he gathered from them, how to grade the goods, so which is good for burning, which is good for extract oil. So the knowledge, I would see his success is because of the connectivity that he had with all communities, with different part of countries he used to travel. So he used to talk a lot about it, and credit should go to him. Whatever he studied, he has shared it on his Facebook page. So most of the people were aware of it, because as an individual I was not in the agriculture business or nothing to do with it, but whatever he shared, when we have a discussion about this, what he talks, so I also got interested in this. Okay, there is a lot of value for this particular the tree. So credit should go to him. I have seen his success. I think he has been working in this industry for 20 years.
You to the world.
Yes.
Really.
The way he has put across, because this particular subject I don't see in Facebook or anything. No one else shares a lot of knowledge about this.
Nikhil is there. The Nikhil who talks about wood smell and different varieties of.
Yes.
Oh, I think Nikhil is there.
Yes. And other factor is now this is not exposed to the market.
That's correct.
Yes.
So it's a hidden trade and hidden.
Actually, people don't tell about the secret, how you make it and how you utilize it. Only they have a finished product, and it's very expensive.
Yes.
That's true. That's very true.
So if you see the end product which goes into the perfume industry, if you take in Europe and even in Middle East, they pay a very high price for the product, and getting the resin out of it is also not a simple thing.
Not everybody.
It's not a simple. There is a lot of effort has to be put. So we hope this industry will grow from here, and it's a wonderful industry which we are going to indirectly we are going to from growing trees we are going to help the environment also. So it's a good thing. So I hope and pray this will be a successful venture, and we are looking forward to Mr. Samsudeen to come to Sri Lanka and start a similar thing. And I think there are other people who are representing different countries. They also want the same thing to happen in their countries also. So I wish him success in future.
I am Muhammad Fazlullah. I am from Hyderabad only. I have a 10-year experience in perfumery field. I worked in Gulf country in 𝐈𝐍𝐓 perfumes. So I have little bit good knowledge of agarwood, 𝐆𝐻𝐿. That agarwood plants, they don't only grow the agarwood, they abstract 𝐆𝐻𝐿 also from there. And the 𝐆𝐻𝐿 is a very basic thing to make any kind of attar line. Any mukhalla you can use it 𝐆𝐻𝐿. It's a long-lasting thing and very solid perfume. Arab people like it very much. And in Arab tradition, they say that if you want to give a gift anybody, the best thing is to give a perfume, a bakhur like that. So I seen in Mother's Day also, there is so many for mother. The children of the Kuwait in Arab country, all the Arab country, they give the bakhur, 𝐆𝐻𝐿, perfume, anything to their mother. So they are having much sale on Mother's Day. So basically now I am doing handicraft business, making uddan mabkhars, big mabkhars for the showrooms also. So on Facebook only I met Shamsuddin. I just sent my models to him. So on internet only he liked my product very much and he gave me the order, some quantity, 50 quantity. So I sent him within a week to him. He liked it very much. So I really like his motivation towards growing agarwood farming. I seen first time in his office this small plants and big plants, how they are farming the 𝐆𝐻𝐿 abstractions field. I have seen it's very nice to see him, and I can see it's a very big future of agarwood 𝐆𝐻𝐿 in coming days. I seen in Ajmal perfume company in Asian in coming future days, the Asian market will be the best market in perfumery if you compare to Gulf nowadays. The coming perfumery market will be the Asia market. I hope so. Mr. Shamsuddin business will be very grateful for earning people a good business from India and Asian country. I really wish him very best for his future. Thank you very much.
I'm Muhammad Rais from Malaysia. Actually, I got to know him through internet because I'm looking for this agarwood specialist. So through the internet, I got to know him 1 years back, And recently, few weeks back, he visited Malaysia. He just called me one day before he reached Malaysia. I'm going to Malaysia, so I asked him whether is there anybody fetch you. He said no, okay. I said I will fetch you. So I bring to my actually before that I have a distillation unit, 2 units. I bought it from India also, but I haven't used it because you see the problem is in Malaysia. Plantation of agarwood is no problem. So many planters already. Maybe few 100,000 trees there in Malaysia. But the problem is after 5 years there is no specific and this proven inoculant. So this is the products that all the planters in Malaysia is looking for. During my discussion with him, that he's got this inoculation and proven, and he guaranteed within 2 years. after start inoculation, within 2 weeks there is a reaction, and within 2 years there is the plant can be harvested and guaranteed with few kg of the good one, and beside that can extract as a oil. Actually, then after that he invited me for this seminar. I'm very happy to attend this seminar, and hopefully actually the inoculant that we are looking for is suitable for the Malaysian market. It's very big market for the inoculant in Malaysia. Hopefully Mr. Samsudin will support us in this field. And by today, I'm also very happy to meet few friends here, new friends here, especially my leader here from Sri Lanka, and also Doctor and this Ziad, and also from Romana. Hopefully, Mr. Samsudin will achieve what he dreamed, then he will assist us also. Thank you. Bushman. He's from Indonesia. He's well experienced in this field of plantation of agar wood, and also in inoculation. And beside that, also the products, from the whole tree of the agar wood. He actually very good friend of Dr. Samsudin. I think he already worked together with Dr. Samsudin more than 10 years.
3 years.
Huh?
Yeah.
2 years. Okay, 2 years. But with his knowledge and Mr. Dr. Samsudin knowledge, I think this industry, the wood industry, will grow up. Grow up. Thank you.
Myself, I'm Ansuman. I'm from Assam, India. Actually, from my childhood, we have been looking after. We've been seeing the other roots plants, but we are hearing about the big business people are doing. Even in Assam, there are many people who are doing that business, but we are not brought to that exposure. Till last year, we didn't know any about extractions, about inoculations and all. So there was one guy from our area. His name is Mr. Hyder. They have established their small factory, but they were not having any inoculant there. They were just buying the simple plant, and they are just chopping out, and they fermented and extracted the well for boya, and they have been selling, but they were making loss and loss over loss for 3 years. They have been serving it, doing the business, but they have been in loss. But accidentally, while I was coming through their area, I happened to visit their industry. Then I entered and I saw, I knew that person already. He is of my uncle's friend. So I inquired about the industry, whether it is feasible, viable or not. When as my nephew, he explained all the things. Then only I saw the industry and I hear all his stories and all. Then it grew inside my mind whether I should try for once or not. So from that day I just came and inquired, and I had just studied. And from that day, it was around April or May, it might be. It was on April.
This year?
Yeah, this year. So then myself also, I just go around the plantations. There are lots of plantations there. Since long back it has planted there, but there was no one to take care as our Samsudin sir. So I inquired the net also. I searched for Indonesian, Malaysian, every Vietnams and all, how they inoculate. So I just search about the contact. So luckily I got Oak, Mr. Samsudin search contact. So I contact 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. There was no good response. But but after some time I showed my interest. I said him, there is a good amount of plantations over here. So will you provide me your collaboration so that I can inoculate? In that time he responded. So I got good opportunity. Then I said, so I am coming to you, sir. Then from that day we started a conversation. And I planned and I came, it was on around May or June, last May or June. So I came and visited him. So this was all, that time he was building that house and all. So he taught all the things and all. And even he showed his plantations project. So from that day I made up my mind, I should try that. Because in Assam, business is already one, but there is no one to expose it. But they are doing their own, it's a monopolized. But our Samsudin sirs, his psychology is to grow the farmer along with him. So his view is different. But our people from Assam and some other places view different. They are just doing the monopoly business. But he wants to work along with the farmer so that he can uplift the income of the farmer. So that was more interesting. So even I am working as a agripreneur and I am also interested in this agricultural field. So interest again grew more and more interested. I became interested, and finally he served me the inoculant. So by this time, from now I'm going. I'll be the co-partner in the northeastern states. So hope this Oak Research Center will grow high in near future and make good ventures in different countries. Middle East, all over the world, even in Asia. So we are looking forward to a good business in collaborations, even to penetrate in the interior areas of the world. So I hope our work team will work for the better future of our research center and this room. Thank you.
Yeah, the happiest story from
Mr. Ansumi.
Mr. Ansumani is that he has a ready-made plantation for processing. He only complained he has it that no one is there to complain, and he has found a partner now. So that is a great story. On the other hand, people, those who are looking at planting, having a new plantation, also have challenges. You know, the rosy part of the story is said, but the difficult part has to be faced by the prospective farmers also, because 𝐒𝐈𝐻 is susceptible for pest and disease. Where you have caterpillar attack, that breaks your heart when you see it, because I have seen that happening. And also, like, you know, you get something like a wood rot, like, you know, a grown up tree of age of 3 to 4, can suddenly the leaves will turn yellow and the leaves will drop, and after a couple of months, the entire tree will collapse. You will know what it is. Then, for these type of things, you have to find the answer. Definitely there are answers. Only thing I don't know to tell you. But also there is a story, when you have too much of water, is really detrimental to that, because it can't stand too much of water, and you shouldn't have stagnant water also. That is a very important thing.
And also coastal areas, sir. Coastal areas. It's not good for coastal areas.
No, not only coastal area. I have planted on the beach.
But he's telling that it's not.
No, but I have my house is the second house from the beach, and I have tried. But the problem is, like, it's.
It should not be water logging.
Yeah, water logging shouldn't be there.
It should be frequent water.
Yeah, and it should be water drainage
Adequate drainage system should be there.
Should be there. So that is one thing. The other thing is, even when you add inorganic fertilizer, a little addition can kill it or retard the growth of it. So these are, it's a very sensitive plant. And like somebody said, no care is the best care for that. They say, other than planting, if we have good topsoil to plant, I think the best care is, they say, no care. This what I heard from some experts. So, just leave it alone. To plant it, just give
care
it.
means just look at it, is it?
No, when you say no
care,
it's the best care, because when it is
go and forget it.
No.
Plan, forget it.
no, when it is a kind of money-making plant, you tend to sort of spend time and money and give special care, unnecessary care, you go behind. So they say not to do that. It's so surprising that they have grown up plants in Assam, but they have not, the Arabs have not seen that area for a long time. If you take Sri Lanka is dealing with agavwood, the local variety is known as Vallapatta, since 1578. That means for today it is 441 years. And it seems that it has been happening in a silent mode. It was not a very open thing. Also they say the Arabs came to Sri Lanka not for spices. It seems that they came for aroma only first. In the process they found the other spices. This what I hear. I took part in an international conference in the same city in 2014 December. I was the chief guest invited by Dr. Samsudeen, and at that time I also made a speech where I emphasized that sending our women to Middle East is not a good practice, and to avoid that, give them with agavwood. Let them stay at home, take care of that. The money that is enough to help her family, because there are a lot of broken families in all the countries. I would say India as well as Sri Lanka, this part of the world, a lot of families are broken up. That is because the mothers are missing, and then children go wild, and there is no one to take care, and there are a lot of broken families. So to overcome that, I said even the government should show some interest and give alternative plans, and this is one crop that can help, and Dr. Samsudeen can really look into that. This was my proposal too. Anyway, all are here today. We have come out with our observations and ideas, and I am sure not only Dr. Samsudeen should benefit, we as his partners and all of us should be successful in all our future endeavors. Thank you very much.
One thing.
So what about this exhibition?
I would say.
Yeah, okay.
Please.
Not exhibition, generally what I want is to ask.
Okay.
I'm Commander Jacob. I was in Indian Navy for 20 years and formerly the head of the Naval Academy of Indian Navy. Subsequently, 23 years I was a captain in the Merchant Navy. I have seen this exhibition today, a well-organized one, and Dr. Samsudeen's venture of soil to oil, which what is his catchword or the slogan, is a win-win situation for the agriculturist, the farmers I'm speaking about, the one who will process the agarwood extract, plus the consumers. There is no more requirement of depending on cost. We can even make agarwood essence and perfumes locally available to all individuals, regardless. Previously it used to be only for Maharajas or Caliphs or some rich people in the Middle East. Now that is now made available to the common man in a reasonable price. Probably the time to come when more commonly available and it's plentiful available the raw material. In a way, the cost may come down, accessible by everybody. So I wish that this crop or the plantation which is on agarwood will tend to be a boon to everybody, including consumers. And more than that, what I found today was a well-organized function in which the varieties of agarwood bark, resin actually, and the extract, and various type of products have been exhibited. And I would hope tomorrow I can make some perfume myself of my choice, which is one of the reason I came here all over. I like perfumes a lot since my childhood days. I used to travel all over because I'm a naval commander. I was in the Navy, and I have array of different perfumes really. And I got passionate for the perfumes, the aroma and the fragrance behind it, more than anything else. So when I met Shamsuddin, I want to ask him, what type of perfume are you giving me? Is it Polo or something like that? Or is it Cartier's, this type of thing? Or is it Poison for women? So I saw oud. Oud is a different level of taste. I was telling today to Nafil himself that once you get into oud's level of liking, is addictive. You don't want to come out of that. And I've been seeing, I have purchased Arabian oud. I think one of those ouds from, I think somewhere I picked it up from, either Iran or something. And the smell is so enchanting. I don't know the word for it. Enchanting. You are intoxicated, whatever it is. You go behind the perfume, not the women. So you should be very careful. You may go behind the perfume rather than a lady wearing it. So it is a very, very enchanting, intoxicating, and addictive fragrance. Each hand have his own perfume. As a matter of fact, each one has his own smell or aroma, which you don't know. And I think, I'm told, that this particular perfume bar can turn to give the perfume of your choice, which will attract women. So all those young gentlemen, not married people, can even try that to get the right partner. Thank you very much. Good luck to Dr. Shamsuddin and all his people who are with him, supported him, and who are going to be with him in the future as well. Good luck.